All right, first and foremost, of all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kakodash. Double honor said elders and apostles, a great millstone who rule well and who is worthy to be counted for double honors. And peace I taste you brothers out there pushing the truth wholeheartedly and sincerely in flow of the gospel. It's a brother Gabar from the Indiana camp. Come put you one of the sit down to basically talk about the unruly and vain talkers that we have in this world, man. All right, and as you know. It's like I'm coming down from a slight head cold. Anyways, as you know, we got these various camps not teaching 100% according to the doctrine. All right, and mainly the main thing that they go contrary with, or they have a problem with, is pushing the RFID microchip as the mark of the beast, as it says in the book of Revelations, the 13th chapter. All right. You know, so they always call it what, an embargo, other religion, white women. You know, they say it's all these various things, but yet they don't go into it and actually break it down thoroughly, man, like GMS does, man. All right, we go into the words, we go into scriptures, and guess what, man? We can actually see it happening, man. All right, right now they have a medical acronym called CHIP, all right, which it goes into Children Health Insurance, Children's Health Insurance Protection. I don't know. You got to look it up. Just type in CHIP, and it should go into Children's Health Insurance something. But anyways, that spells out chip. You know, that literally spells out chip. Okay. So without further ado, we're going to hop straight into it. This is Titus chapter 1 and verse 10. It says, "For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision," man. So these people, what? They know they're Israelites, man. Verse 11, it says, "Whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake," man. So these men, they're the things that they're teaching, the things that they're pushing, is not of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. They're doing this of their own own glory, man. They're doing this for their own, a vain reason, man. Scripture says what? For filthy lucre's sake, man. For a bag, for money, you know. Verse 12, it says one of them, even a prophet of their own, say that the Cretians are always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies. Verse 13, this witness is true. Therefore, rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in faith, man. So that's why we always constantly get on these men, man. We constantly always get on these groups, man. Because what? Their things are not sound doctrine, man. All right? The things that they teach and the things that they say is not sound doctrine. That's why we constantly make these videos. That's why we constantly get on them, man. All right? Because the scripture says rebuke them sharply, man. All right? Verse 14, give not heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth, man. All right. And we have, even in some of these groups, man, you actually have men who actually used to roll with us, man, who actually used to be okay with us. But guess what? They put down the plow. They stopped doing what's right in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and they want to go off and teach wayward doctrines, man. Not sound doctrine. Okay. They even clicked up with other camps or started a camp, you know, and start teaching Jewish fables and commandments of men, man. All right. Verse 15, it says, to the pure, all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelief, it says, them defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure, but even their minds and conscience is defiled. They profess that they know Yahweh, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient unto every good work reprobate, man. And that's exactly how these niggas are, man. That's exactly how these men of these other camps are, man. That's not pushing the 100% doctrine. That's not pushing the 100% truth, all right? It has nothing to do with what group you're in. It has about what you're teaching, what you're pushing. We don't care if you're a part of GMS or not, man. If what you're teaching is that correct? Is that sound in faith? Is that sound in doctrine? That's what we care about. That's gonna tell us if you get a rebuke or not. Is what you're teaching correct? Is what you're teaching sound? Because if it's not, guess what? The scripture says rebuke them sharply, man. All right? We're here to correct you, and so you can get it right. Whether you're in GMS or not, man. If you're in GMS, guess what? You're going to definitely get corrected. And if not, you can go out and do your own thing, man. And guess what? When you go out and do your own thing, you still going to get corrected. You still going to get rebuked until you get it right. That's what's it about, man. It's about make sure the doctrine is on point. Make sure the doctrine is straight. Make sure the things that we're teaching is on point. That's why we go into the words. That's why we go into etymology. That's why we go into the Strongs. That's why we look up the definition of words. That's why we cross-reference certain scriptures with other scriptures. This is all for what? Making sure the doctrine is correct. This is Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 21. It says, I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. But if they had stood in my counsel and caused my people to hear my words, they should have turned them from their evil ways and from the evil of their doings. I am Yahweh at hand with the Lord, and not a God is afar off. It says, can any hide himself in a secret place that I shall not see him? Saith the Lord. Do not I fill heavens and earth? Saith the Lord. Verse 25. I have heard what the prophets say that prophesy lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed. How long shall these be in the hearts of the prophets that prophesy lies? It says, yea, they are prophets of deceit of their own heart, man. See, so that just shows you that what? There's going to be prophets. There's going to be men that knows the name of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua that's going to be prophesying lies, man. All right. The scriptures talks about what, man? In the last days, there should be backbiters, betraying one another, man. You know, evildoers, men speaking lies, man. And that's exactly what you see that's exactly what you see, man. When you watch these videos or you go on highways and byways, yeah, you got tons of men saying, what, we're Israelites, we do this, we do this, we do this. Cool. But then they go off on certain things, man. Some of them will say, what? It's okay to have other nations. Some of them will say, oh, you can't mess with other nation. You can't mess with other nation of women. Some say, what? The mark of the beast is not the RFID chip. Some say, oh, you got to keep the law 100%. You know? There's various different doctrines within Israel, man. You know, like Elder Apostle Tahar say, man, it says, yeah, we might teach 95% of all the same, man, but that 5% matters. That 5% matters, man, because the scripture says what? A little leaveneth the whole lump, man. So if you going off on 1, 2, 3 things, guess what, man? We can't deal. We got to fix that 1 or 2, 3 things. We got to fix that 1 or 2, 3 things until what? We're completely whole, man. That's the definitional word whole, healthy. If you got a little bit of virus, basically you look at it like this, man. If you're making soup and you put 1% of rat poison in there, is that not going to contaminate the soup? Are you not going to die? Let alone get sick. That's why the things that we teach, it got to be wholesome, man. It got to be wholesome, and I got to be whole. Scripture says what? And there was not no gall found in their mouth, man. So that means whatever you're teaching, the things that you're pushing has to be 100% on point. There can't be no going off on here, going off on there. Yeah, we agree 95%. But that 5%, that 2%, that 1% is what we disagree on. No, it can't be none of that, man. It can't be none of that. We have to be 100% on one accord, man. Scripture says what? The Lord is not the author of confusion, man. If you have to mix anything, that's confusion. If you have to mix anything, that's confusion. And the Lord is not the author of that, man. The Lord is building up a body. The body has to move in what? Unison. The body has to move as one. You can't have a few of the members want to do their own thing and want to go off and do and teach what they want to teach. That brings what? Confusion, man. Verse 27, it says, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. It says, the prophets that had a dream, let him tell a dream. He that hath my word, let him speak my word faithfully. What is it that chaff to the wheat, saith the Lord? Is not my word like a fire, saith the Lord, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock into pieces? So basically what, man? The Lord word is enough. We don't need no more convincing, man. The word, the word of the Lord is enough, man. All right? We don't need to add anything to it, man. The scripture says what? The word was purified 70 times 7. All right? The word that we're speaking to, the ears of these people is enough. If they don't get about what we're saying, then guess what? Fuck them. They're going to be destroyed. Ultimately, they're going to be destroyed. The things that we're speaking, the word of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, that's enough. If we're teaching it correctly, as the scripture says, what? Directly and correctly. If we're teaching it in its right way, the Lord, what? The Lord said, what? My word shall be a fire in your mouth and these people stubble. You know? Then right here it says, is not my word like a fire, saith the Lord, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? You know? That's why the scripture says what? It says what? Blessed is he who is not offended in me, man. Because this word, it's going to offend people. We're saying what? The things that you've been taught, the things that you've been believing all your life has been wrong. Your mother was wrong. Your father was wrong. Your pastor was wrong. You got to forsake things. You got to forsake your lust. You got to forsake things that you enjoy, things that that's probably your profession that you actually enjoy in life. You have to forsake all that for Yahweh Shem Yahshua's sake, man. But you got certain men out there saying what? You don't have to forsake that. You can build your life in this place and still be okay with the Lord. When we're telling you no, you have to forsake those things, man. Put the Lord of Yahweh, you have to put the Yahweh Shem Yahshua first. Like the scripture says, man, these men's mouths must be stopped, man. And the only thing that we can do to stop their mouths is bringing out the truth, rebuking them sharply, and bringing out what's exactly what the scriptures are saying, man. That's the best thing that we can do. All right, and pray that they get it. But if they don't, oh well. We moving on. And if you believe that what they teaching and don't consider sound doctrine, then guess what? You're going to get swept right along with them, man. So Lord willing, I hope this video was edifying for you brothers out there. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom.